Hi everybody, it's me, Teresa. I'm going to be demonstrating how to make this block. It's called the sister block according to a social media website that I found it on. It was a free downloadable, but I did not print it out. I just looked at all the dimensions and I thought how interesting that would be to make that cute, simple little block. So let's get into it. I'm going to set this up here. First of all, a few things that you'll need. Now, I'm in a hotel because I'm traveling. My sewing machine is over there. Do you see it? And I've got the ironing board set up as a sewing table and a pressing table. You gotta make provisions when you travel out of town. I have the slotted triangle ruler that I'll be using to square up the block. I also have a 2.5 inch ruler that I'll use for marking and cutting my block. I also have a pin. If your materials are darker, you want to use a marking pencil, but I am using a regular ink pen. I also have a thread ripper. Whoops, you can't see that one. Hold on, I have another one that's clearer to see. Okay. And trust me, we'll be using it. All seamstress and sewing creators, they always need the thread ripper. Don't you doubt yourself, because we're not perfect. I also have a pair of retractable scissors that was gifted to me. Isn't that cute? It was gifted to me by my sister, and I love them. Then we'll need some clippies, or those claw clips, and or stick pins. I generally use the claw clips. I also have this turning mat that I bought for travel, so that I can cut my blocks and keep them all in one spot. Some people use what they call as a layer cake. A layer cake is 10 inches in diameter. I'm doing a scrappy quilt, so I will be, I cut all my blocks out of different types of material, so they're not all the same, but how cute they are. They're very, very cute. So I'm making a sister's quilt for my sister that's turning 70. And let's get into it. So these blocks are a 10-inch block, as you can see, and it fits directly on my mat. Now what we're going to do, according to the instructions, we're going to sew from one side down to the other side, and then we're going to sew back up. But on the instructions, it says to leave a 2-inch gap on one side of this block. So what I'm going to do is on my mat, it has numbers and measurements. So on my block for my turning mat, I'm going to count over 2 blocks. I will leave this open, so I will not sew it on this end. So I'll leave this side open, and whatever you do to this side, you have to do to this side in order to make the block match. So I will also mark a 2-inch mark here so that I know to leave this open and this open. Now if it helps you, put a little X on the spot that you want to leave open, but sew all the way around, all the way down, and then do the same thing on this side. Stop at the 2-inch mark here, start at the 2-inch mark here. So I'm going to sew from the top all the way down to the corner. Then I'm going to lift my needle and start at the mark and sew all the way down to the next corner. So follow me to the sewing machine.